I'd like to talk about grips now, and you may have already encountered grips as you've practiced drawing lines and circles. When the command line is blank, as you can see right now down at the bottom, and you select an object, you will see grips appear on the objects. On the circle, you will have grips appear on what are called the quadrant points, and you will have a grip appear at the center of the circle. With a line, you're going to have grips appear at the end points and at the midpoint of the line. If you have selected them by accident and would like them to go away, you simply tap the escape key one time and they go away. The purpose of having grips is to edit the objects you have on your screen. For example, I'm going to pick the line, and you can see the grips show up. What I can do is select one of the endpoints by simply moving my cursor and letting it have a magnetic effect and go to that endpoint. When it is on the endpoint, you see that the grip changes from the blue color to a green color. I'm going to select it now. And as I select it, you'll see at your command line, you are in a mode now to edit the object. Right now it indicates stretch, and there are several other modes. You can use the space bar of your keyboard to toggle through the different options. We were at stretch. This is move, rotate, scale, mirror, and back to stretch. Or you can simply right-click on the screen when you have that point selected, and you are given the same options that you see on the command line. What I'm going to do right now is select move. When I pick move, it allows me to move the object, and it automatically selects that endpoint as the base point. And I'm simply going to take it to my right and place it here. Once I do that, the grips remain, and again, to make them go away, I simply tap the escape key. With the circle, if I were to grip it, I can select one of the quadrant points, picking it, and I can do the same thing, right-clicking on the screen, and I could move it. Or let's say I'd like to make the circle a little bit bigger. I can stay with the stretch option and just stretch it and make it a little bit bigger. I can select the point on the screen, or I can type a value at the command line. Let's just pick this point right here. And again, to make the grips go away, you simply tap the escape key. Another thing you can do when you have selected grips, let's say for example I have this selected, Autocad has that object selected, and I can come up here and simply select erase, and it takes that object and erases it. Or I can select the object and come over here and use the move command. And as you can see, it indicates that it had already found one, and now I just simply have to give it a base point, which I did now, and move it, select another base point. So you don't necessarily have to select the modify command first and then the object. You can select the object and then select the modify tool. With grips, I could also select this center point, right-click, and go to move. Or take the quadrant point and using the stretch option, make it smaller. Tapping the escape key makes the grips go away. I can also select all three objects at once by using an implied crossing window. All three are selected. I can pick this quadrant point and select move, and move all three objects at once. Those are some of the benefits of using the grips. And as we work through the tutorials, you'll see some other benefits to it.